Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Just thought I'd return to you for this next Reason Why episode. For the reason why Breaking Benjamin is overdue for a new album. Because this was a discussion I wanted to talk about for a little while, but I haven't had the time to come around to it because of certain news things breaking up that I wanted to discuss about for quite a bit. But pretty much, I'm gonna be talking about why I think they are overdue for a new album, and it has been quite a while, basically. But we'll go into the discussion of that in this video. So let's dive into this special Reason Why episode. So this is for season 7, episode 18. And basically, I think Breaking Benjamin has delayed it quite long enough. I mean, they're saying and indicating that they're going to drop some singles this year, or later this year, probably close to the end of the year. I don't know for sure, but it's looking like this is going to be a record that's coming out in 2025, early 2025. I think they've been putting it off way too long. I mean, Aurora didn't really count, basically. I know for that, it made the gap go over 4 years. But if you count their studio album Ember, which was April 13th, 2018 is when it came out. I know the exact day when it came out, by the way. I think it's been 6 years and 2 months. That's quite a while, basically, to drag it out that long. This is the longest gap that it was with the Dark Before Dawn record. It's a little longer than the Dark Before Dawn, like maybe months later from that. Meaning it's a couple months past from what Dark Before Dawn's delayment was. It wasn't a delayment, it's just Dark Before Dawn didn't officially come out till June 23rd of 2015. And yes, it's basically 9 years since Dark Before Dawn's been out, and next year will be mark 10 years since it's been out, so almost a decade. It's been almost a decade since that record's been out, and I'm doing this video on the exact day Dark Before Dawn came out. Which, that was a pretty strong record, by the way. I mean, there was some really good tracks from there. But it just depended on the songs and how they sounded. But it was a very strong return to form, and a good comeback record for them to return Breaking Benjamin. But still, I think this is going to be their last record with Hollywood Records, their label. And then they're going to become independent for their 8th studio album, I believe, if that ever happens. But this is the longest fucking gap we've gotten from Breaking Benjamin, and I'm just like, wow, you're just dragging it out so long. I'm like, is there going to be any updates? Is there going to be any new developments or new single announcements coming out soon? Because I haven't seen any. And yeah, it's been over 6 years now. So it's kind of time to put out a record. And if you can't do it, just go on a hiatus at least. Because it seems like you're doing an indefinite hiatus for now. I think they've been busy with touring, so that's probably one of the reasons why they haven't sat in a studio and made a record. But I think they've been working on this record since 2022, or somewhere around that time. 2021, 2022. So I think they had to scrap some of the songs from what I heard, restart again, and because they were trying to make something sound really good, but I guess they fucked up. But at least they're scrapping it and trying to make something a little more interesting for their 7th studio album and make it seem pretty fresh and new. What I think Breaking Benjamin should do is experiment a little bit with their next record. I mean, I had someone, Zach D Productions, tell me that, which shout out goes to him. They should definitely experiment a little bit with some electronics with their next record. I mean, not too much, but just to a certain degree where it's gonna perform flawlessly, sound really good, and well executed in its own way. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try something new, but make it sound good, basically. So pretty much I think Breaking Benjamin, this is the longest gap we've had for their 7th studio album to come to pass, basically. I think we are going to get another record, it's just when is the question. That's the underlying question, like when's it happening? Like when can we expect it? So my expectations are looking towards early 2025 for the new album's release. That's what it's looking like, and it's just like you had all this time this year to at least try to put a single out for sometime this year. I mean, if they do put a single out sooner, that's great, and if we surprisingly get one in the fall, a new album, that's awesome. But I don't see it happening unless I know for sure that they announce it. Because I don't want to have my expectations so high for an album that I may not get till 2025. And for everyone else too. So, basically, for all Breaking Benjamin fans, I wanted to make this video to support them. Because I still support them for everything they do. I actually got to see them live a few years ago. They were excellent live. Great band, by the way. And to someone who doesn't like them, like a certain individual, Larry the Batman fan, I was like, dude, you have your opinion and that's fine, but don't go saying that they suck when they're really successful as a rock band. As of lately, they have been. So your opinion's kind of invalid, in a way. And that's what I disagreed with him on. So, yeah, you're not gonna get along with everyone on YouTube. It just, you come by some people that you think you can trust, and then you find out that they're not really good people. So, but in regards to that, I'll have a special video about what's been happening for the past week and all that. So, pretty much, I hope you enjoyed this special Reason Why episode. I'm just going to stick to regular content for a little while. And there'll be a top 15 worst YouTubers I've ever encountered at a later time. I just got to get it. I already have the thumbnail made for it. What I want to do is kind of delay it for a little while. But you'll see one happening sometime in late July or August. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this special Reason Why Breaking Benjamin is overdue for a new record, a new album. Because it's been so long since Ember's been out. 6 years, keep in mind. And I thought they were going to have one last year, but that didn't happen. And I set my expectations so high for the past few years for a new album. Didn't get one. So this is basically the longest gap we have waited for a Breaking Benjamin record. And hopefully they can put one out pretty soon. Even if it's late 2024 or early 2025, that is fine by me. I'm not going to set my expectations so high anymore. I'm just going to try to be surprised in a way, and if they put out a new single sometime soon, great. If not, I'll just keep waiting. Like we always do, we just keep waiting. But I wouldn't go and trash Breaking Benjamin just for an opinion you have about them, saying that they suck, and I'm like, it's kind of invalid from my take and perspective on it. So, if you look back at Breaking Benjamin's history and how successful they've been for so long, they have a big ass following. So, my advice, Larry the Batman fan, take that video down. And if you don't want to, you're going to get attacked big time by the Breaking Benjamin fan base. Big time. Even if they see that video. Rock bands that I hate is what his video was. So, pretty much, there were some bands I did agree with him on in that video, but I didn't agree with the Breaking Benjamin one or a few others. Because there were some that I was like, okay, yeah, your opinion's very flawed. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this Reason Why episode for Season 7, Episode 18 for the reason why Breaking Benjamin is overdue for a new album. Sorry that I drifted off topic a few times in this video. I just wanted to basically say a few things on why a certain individual is saying that they suck, and why they're overdue for a new album too. So, with that being said, thanks for watching this Reason Why episode. I know this was pretty lengthy, and I'll try to see what I decide to do for the next episode. I'm kind of disregarding a certain YouTuber I'm going to be talking about in the next episode, so I'm going to scrap that and figure out which one I want to kind of do for the next episode. So, you will find out and be surprised. That's all I'm going to say. But with that being said, thanks for watching this Reason Why episode today.